the infirmary.
So, which of you is...
Source hunters, eh? All right, proper, we're finally getting a hand. If you've got a favourite sheep, best to fry her up now before she gets... Oh, Ogre, you're rotten to the bone. Oh, me poor, sweet, plump girl. You've been wasted entirely. All that roast, all the mutton, not even the sausage grinder will want her now. Give her here, will you? Me little mouldering darling. That louse. Did he even bother grilling a single luscious chop? I bet he wasted every last morsel. Captain Aureus will have a thing or two to say about this.
This is intolerable. The momentum of time is slipping through our hands, and you fritter it away on conversation.
Anybody?
Mutton.
Neither of you can.
Focus.
But if one were to reduce the quantity of skull dust by a percentage of 2, perhaps the stability could be increased by as much as 3-fold.
Oh, a source hunter.
No matter. Even if it couldn't spare its heartiest specimen, I'm sure the order sent the individual with the next highest probability of success. Yeah? Me? Why, I'm more than a little surprised you haven't heard of me. It was I who cured the Duchess of Arata of her unslakable thirst. Not to mention that it's been my guidance that has permitted my apprentice Evelyn to make quite a name for herself around Sicile of late.
Yes.
If that's how we're referring to the secretive use of a revolutionary healing method she refuses to share with her own master. She's in the other room as we speak. Perhaps you can prevail. She's gotten hold of a stone, supposedly capable of fantastic feats of healing, but she won't let me take the briefest look at it. But she claims to have gotten the relic from a little northern town. Utter rubbish, I say. But with these blasted undead haunting the travel routes, I can hardly march up to Well, she's so... I expect you'll be a vet. Certainly, what would you like to know? I've applied myself to that problem for... I declare it an act of the Almighty's. The Councillor, terrible loss, that. From what I can tell, it seems to be a simple case of jealousy turned violent.
Healing stone. Interesting indeed.
Nothing sets me on edge like inexplicable magic.
That relic of Evelyn's the so-called healing crystal. I've seen one like it before, and by the Patriarch's pockets. It's a relic of source. One look at that gem will be enough to convince me it's no force of good, but a bloodstone through and through.
So, which of you is more deserving of life? Come, make your case.
I know I'm not the most, well, circumspect sort of source hunter, but in this case, I feel we ought to tread carefully. Bloodstone is so named for a reason, you see. What starts as a pretty gem is corrupted by 6 sorcerers who infuse it with the blood of the slain. If that stone is what I suspect, I wouldn't trust Sicile's so-called healers any more than I trust a pyromancer on a wooden boat.
Anybody? Neither of... Excuse me? This is a private sick room. Oh, I'm sorry. It's this task. I'm just... Who am I to meddle with life and death this way? I'm an apprentice of the healing arts. Healing! I've been racking my brain trying to decide on the best method to settle this grave situation. But perhaps it's better off in the hands of an esteemed source hunter. Yes, a curious relic indeed. I got it from a kindly abbot, Loic by name, in the northern town of Silver Glen. I myself was nothing if not sceptical of his claims, but something happened as he handed me the stone. A small cut on my finger instantly healed,
Immaculate,
leaving
the
no
same guy
trace
that's
of
in
the
the
wound.
tavern? Yeah.
Needless to say, I was astounded. But it's strange. The stone is only good for a single use at a time before it reverts to a useless, inert state. It takes time to regain its magical properties, and I guard it cautiously. What would you like to know? One of the brave few willing to traverse the trade routes plagued by the undead, Thankfully for him, a cattle trader found him, nearly dead, but not quite so, and brought him here straight away. Quite the venerable staple of Seal, Stephen, and recently blessed with his 3rd grandchild. He was leading a crew of nearly everyone in Seal is familiar with grinning Stephen, and, as you can imagine, he's quite dear to his family. You are? I thank you a million times for your help. Who have you decided should receive the healing stone?
Boris's life has just begun. We can't cut it short now.
There's no way Boris should receive that stone over Stephen. Think of Stephen's wife, his children, his grandchildren.
Boris is nearly our own age. Imagine being cut down now, in the prime of your life.
Stephen's death will hurt far more lives than Boris's will. Let's minimize the heartbreak of this terrible situation and save Stephen.
No, we'll do as I say.
Boris it is? Yes, I'll deliver the stone. I'm glad we'll get to save one man, but my heart breaks for the other.
Oh,
Thank
No,
the
no,
saints.
this is highly abnormal. What is this?
particular
This
backstory
lightning!
I wish there were enough stones for both of us.
That tone, soothing a corpse's troubled mind.
I don't know what I did to deserve
gotten
this,
far.
but I'm beyond grateful. I feel no pleasure in bidding you farewell, friend. I'm feeling stronger already. What will I do? What won't I do? And after I've climbed every mountain in Rivellon, and smooched every girl who'll have me, I'll devote myself to learning the magic that saved me. I'll see you around then. I'm liable to spring out of this bed at any minute. I feel no pleasure in bidding you farewell.
Heaps cheese, tomatoes. Let's see.
Welcome back, Source Hunters. I've been eagerly expecting you. You find mere child's play when you know what to look for, and luckily, I do. It's happened again, my friend. Another portal has reignited. It's all connected somehow. You, this place, the void, the stones. Soon we'll have unraveled the whole truth. Oh, how I do love a good mystery. You don't imagine that I'd presume to explore it before you? No, I'm sure it's nothing. It's just that beyond the portal, I sense a presence that I can't quite account for. But this is only speculation, of course. Come, let me show you the way.
What an impressive room.
A hall fit for kings.
You. It cannot be you. But it can only be you, the Guardians. But oh, how weak you have become. As weak as you used to be strong. That it has come to this. Woe to the world that it has come to this. He won't believe me, the fiend. But they have come, as I prayed they would.
I am on the trail, Source Hunter.
Well, wouldn't you look fine with a strapping warrior at your side? Or is it mages you prefer? Of course, Chief. But maybe you ought to get rid of some of your old ones first.
Now, where is my pepper?
Ah, how intolerable it is to think that all the knowledge of the world is being gathered by an imp. A creature that is no more than the result of a demon's bowel movement imbued with the breath of life. And yet I am a tad jealous of that jabbering little jester. To know all. It is a consummation devoutly to be wished.
Now, where is my pepper?
You are not of the same minds, and therefore one another's weakness. We must be steadfast. Let us learn, Hunter, whether you like it or not, and through wisdom grow ever more mighty.
Now, where is my pepper? Did it sprout legs and run away? Ah, there it is.
Right, the tower.
They say he's privy to ancient and arcane secrets.
Where's young Esmeralda these days? Aye, so there's the rub. I am but a stray, and she is the mayor's cat. Would that I still had my collar. Like the king of all cats I looked when I wore it. A gift bestowed upon me by a princess whom I had kept company during a long and perilous voyage. A precious band of gemstones, lost as I was tossed around by the waves like a ball in a game of catch. Among the waves it remains, I imagine. Worn perhaps by a crab who fancies himself a Caesar with it.
Once or twice.
Ha! The closest I've come to my match is when I linger over long while lighting my pipe.
Look, careful now. Your head's growing more swollen than Saffron's, I dare say.
The hunters go a-stalking. Ah, you have come. Yes, that is most satisfactory. My name is Eglandir Twilsalanar, elf of the House of Gandavum. The game, yes! A game of blood and brutality, of death and dexterity. The elves of Gandavum. They lived in peace. Oh, yes. But one night, when the moon had hid her face, the orcs of the tribe of Kazuldagar beset our city. All undone. Every last one of us. Except for me, the midnight rambler, away from the city. I may be frail, a withered grey, but the wealth of kings is mine. I have tracked her down by the curse of the spine spear I have. Yes, Victoria. She is the one whose heart must be held in hand. The heart around which the fingers of that hand must clench and tighten until its choking flesh bulges with blood and its beat slowly breaks. The orcs of Gazuldagar, they knew my name. Oh, yes. Her name is that of a woman, her employment that of a civilized being. But by the fork of Barbara Maneater, she is nothing but an orc, a sister of nature. Victoria, librarian, daughter, adopted child of Cecil, Mayor of Sicile.
That was quite the radical change we witnessed. I never would have thought that the benign old man we met outside would turn out to be a vengeance-driven aficionado of assassins.
He is as much a savage as those orcs. And how is Victoria guilty of her tribe's crime if she was but a babe at the time?
Indeed. Victoria probably doesn't even know about her past, and yet she's on a, let's call him eccentrics, hit list.
For cheese? That excuse has more holes than a slice of this fine camembert.
Volume 1, Volume 2. Turjageta, friend. Kiralizor. Oh, do pardon my language, my friend. But that is quite the startling revelation. So much sadness, so much anguish. Eglandir's tale is heartrending, though it seems that in the pursuit of retribution, he has himself become as great a ghoul as those that wronged him. Does he not see that I am now the one who is to be wronged? Why, oh why must he make me, of all gentle-minded and life-loving creatures, why must he make me the target of his imperishable hate? Whom have I ever harmed? I live for books, not brutality. So, let us approach the situation with reason and ask ourselves, where do we go from here? Though, first let me say this. Hashizm bil kushim zunum. From my heart, I thank you for warning me. I thank you and I trust you. So pray, let me pose the question. What do you advise we should do? My amulet? But it is Haxmagi, a sacred token that houses the presence of my ancestors. No, I cannot part with my talisman, the keepsake of my soul. Leg Fizoda! Yes, a capital notion. Let him be brought before the law for his schemes. I am an innocent, and Eglandir would see me dead. That is a grave offense, is it not? It would probably be better if you rather than I informed Captain Aureus, though. He bears little goodwill toward me ever since my more savage brethren have been marauding the beaches and killing his legionnaires. Yes? My amulet? But it is Haxmagi, a sacred token that houses the presence of my ancestors. No, I cannot part with my talisman, the keepsake of my soul. When you put it like that, I guess I cannot say that it is. I do this very reluctantly, but fine. Have my talisman. May it fool the elf that would see me dead. Let's see. Halibut, sheep's cheese, tomatoes.
Here I wait for thee in the dark. But the stab. Yes, yes. Have you made the orc feel the black and biting cold?
Yes. So it is. So it is.
How gratifying to see you return. You have seen them? A punch-on, perhaps? Yes.
You should be more careful, madam. I am a hunter, but as luck would have it, I'm not a zealot.
And neither am I.
Gods have mercy. I talked openly about sorcery in front of a source hunter. What a
No need to worry, source hunter dearest. You'll find that I am. You wouldn't believe some of the things I have seen. How gratifying to see you return. You are quickly becoming my favorite customer.
Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Witchcraft, technically, she also has that. I mean, I could also go for a scoundrel. Oh, but I don't have that much money. That's a problem. So let's go like, okay, that's level 1. That's level 1. That's level 3. That's level 3. That's 1. That's 6. And that's 6. Okay, so all for desecration I can... Where the fuck are you?
How gratifying to see you return. You are quickly becoming my favorite customer.
It's official. The Duke of Ferrol is the worst poet in Rivellon.
In his defense, not much rhymes with murder.
And so we meet yet another adulterous harpy. No doubt she's guilty as sin.
Another? I don't know which Cecile you've been turned through, buddy. Likely an adulterous harpy nesting ground.
Heavenly herring! Delicious dogfish! Yours for a scrap sauce! I'm straight! I'm true! Join the potions to bemuscle you, scrolls to
I can't bear to imagine something would happen to you.
Oh, but don't you worry, Millie.
The hunter returns. I hope you are here to shop rather than sleuth. Listen, if you're going to accuse me of something, you would better find the evidence to back up your ridiculous claims. Oh, don't put stock in the hastily scribbled words of a lovelorn fool. This letter, it was a show of passion. A poorly worded passion I did not echo in the least. The Duke, he's like a spoiled child. He's not a man. He's not like Septimus.
Can you spare us?